So now what we do is we're going to shift gears and bring on a representative from Fuse Recruitment. So we've got Cameron Watson here. Hey Cameron, how are you?
Hi Phil, how you going?
Great, doing well. So I'm going to give you the microphone and leave you to it.
Thanks Phil, and welcome everyone. So what I'd like to do is share a little bit about our particular program that we run at Fuse Recruitment. Give you a bit of an insight about the industry we recruit into for our graduate program. And at the end, I want to take some questions as well. So I'll try and leave about 3 or 4 minutes of questions at the end, but I'll just share our presentation with you. So my background, as Phil said, I'm from Fuse Recruitment. So my role is Head of Strategy at Fuse Recruitment. I've been in this business now for about 8 years. In addition to that, or prior to that, I spent actually 23 years working in the insurance industry. So hopefully that gives you some comfort that I'm reasonably well qualified to talk about our program that specialises in the insurance industry. I hope it's something that really does excite you as a graduate as you look to embark on your professional career. It's an industry that provided me with some unbelievable enjoyment, as it does for thousands and thousands of people around the country. And hopefully this gives you some insight and whets your appetite in terms of your potential opportunities within the industry. We've been running this particular program now for about 4 years. We've been really fortunate and we're really proud of the fact that we've provided opportunities for about 120 graduates to start their career in the insurance industry. So this is a specialist program that we've developed in conjunction with about 15 or 16 insurance businesses across the country. We're adding to that list every week. We'd hope to see that rise somewhere up to around 30 or 40 over the next couple of years. And simply all that will mean is that we provide more opportunities for graduates like yourself to start their career in the insurance industry. These roles that we provide are actually full-time roles, so a little bit different to some of the other programs in place in that they're generally program type roles and they have a time bound for around 12 to 18 months. Our opportunities are full-time permanent employment opportunities with the various business partners that we have supporting the program. So hopefully that's a little bit of a point of difference for you and that you can start your career with a degree of certainty that there is a long-term future opportunity for yourselves. We're also proud that we've been nominated and been awarded a couple of honours as part of our graduate program over the last 4 years, something, as I said, that we're particularly proud of. So why should you choose the Future Insure Graduate Program? I personally think, and we think that insurance is one of the greatest industries in the market. It's certainly one of the largest industries in Australia. There is so many career progression opportunities for you as you start your career and over the longer term within insurance. Again, one of the little points of difference is it doesn't need to be a specific degree that you've studied for to be eligible for the program. Clearly, there's some certain degrees that have a great alignment or a greater alignment with the insurance industry, but I could absolutely name a role within insurance for any degree that you could possibly study through university. We know there's a number of great graduate programs that are run by some of the major insurance companies in the market, whether they be insurers themselves, insurance broking operations, and some other support service providers in the market, and they provide some really great graduate programs. And in fact, I think there's another presentation a little bit later on from another insurance business about their graduate program. But what we found about 4 years ago is that the opportunities are limited. So these larger graduate programs do take on around about 10 to 15 type people a year. But again, for the amount of graduates we have in the market, the opportunities with insurance are a little limited. So we felt there was a huge opportunity for us to bring together a group of like-minded businesses that had an appetite to take on graduate employees and had a real belief in the future of graduates in their business. And what we've done, we've created a whole new amount of opportunities for graduates in the insurance industry. So what do you get from our program? As I said, it's a permanent full-time opportunity with one of our program partners. And as I said, at the moment, there's about 15 or 16 partners supporting our particular program, and they're spread across the country. It's a structured program that will help support your initial development and your entry into the insurance industry, not only from a mentoring and coaching point of view, but from a professional qualification point of view as well. Clearly, there's some requirements around qualifications in the insurance industry, and that's based on particular roles. And our program partners support you in terms of that particular study and obtaining the relevant qualifications that are relevant to your role and where you're likely to progress in the market. Absolute market competitive remuneration packages available, and they're not fixed for the program. They're dependent upon the business that we're working with. So what we're hoping to be able to provide you is a number of opportunities for you to pick from. We like to try and get our graduates in front of 2 or 3 different clients as part of our program. And then hopefully what that allows you is the opportunity to pick between 1, 2, maybe 3 opportunities. And there's a little bit of bargaining between the clients in terms of who wants you the most. So hopefully that gives you a really strong remuneration package as you start. As I mentioned, you get a dedicated coach and mentor in the particular business that we place you into. And that is absolutely designed to support you through that initial phase and the early part of your career within insurance. We play a part in the post-placement of you into this particular role in terms of the various check-in meetings that we have with yourself and the mentor or coach from the business that we put you into. There'll be plenty of opportunities for you to network. And what we're trying to create is a bit of an alumni in terms of the graduates out of our program. As I said, we've placed now about 120 graduates into the market. And what we like to do is bring those people together every year. And whilst we've been a little bit limited in the last few years because of COVID, we're certainly back on the track with some networking events that we want to run. Hopefully that gives you a sense of sort of graduate community and some like-minded people that are going through very similar situations in their own businesses that they've been placed into, that you can get support from, you can lean on, you can bounce ideas off, and really create that strong network of graduates through the program that we operate. And absolutely, this is the opportunity to launch your career in an unbelievably great industry. So a little snapshot. There's probably a number of you on this particular webinar that don't really know much about insurance. I want to just give a really high-level view about the insurance industry. It is a significant industry in the market. It does support the economic well-being of community. It's about an $84 billion revenue industry here in Australia. There's around 65,000 people employed. Globally, it's enormous. So $8.3 trillion as a global industry. What it also means, the fact that it is global, is it presents opportunities for yourselves outside of Australia. So I know of many, many people that have started their insurance career here in Australia, have travelled overseas as part of their roles, as part of the businesses they've been in. So it does present extended opportunities for yourselves to travel globally and work in other regions across the globe. There's about 5,500 individual insurance businesses here in Australia. So again, presenting you with the opportunity to start your career. And particularly from a graduate point of view, we know there's around 86% of insurance professionals that are under 35 that do recommend joining the insurance industry. It's an industry that once you join, it's really hard to leave. People generally fall in love with it once you're in it. There's a lot of stories about people falling into the industry, and I was certainly one of those about, I hate to say it now, about 32, 33 years ago, but I did fall into the industry, as many did back then, but absolutely fell in love with it and still have a real passion for it now. It's part of the reason why we as a business wanted to start this graduate program, because we have a massive passion for the insurance industry and the future well-being of the industry. And we strongly believe that the future of the industry is going to be well supported by graduate talent into the sector. A whole range of opportunities for young people coming into the industry. There's a really big gap in middle management to senior management in the industry at the moment, and we're going to see a lot of people retiring over the next 10 to 15 years, leaving a big hole for people to progress into mid-management, senior level management, if they make their start in the industry. a really high level overview about, I guess, where some of the opportunities are. So you'd all know that you'd buy home and contents insurance, car insurance, those sorts of things. Obviously, businesses insure their businesses. Corporates insure the economic future of their own operations. And generally that starts down with a client in the bottom of this little diagram. You can buy insurance directly through insurance companies. And there's a lot of direct insurance companies advertising on television. So you know of the QBEs, Allianz, RACVs, RACQs, QBE, a lot of companies that do advertise. There's also the opportunity for clients to work with professional insurance brokers. And they're the businesses that provide really strong personal advice to clients in terms of the risks they have in their operations and the types of insurances they need to protect their financial well-being. So our opportunities are with insurance companies, with insurance brokers, and this little niche type market called wholesale brokers and underwriters. So these are businesses that specialise in particular risks or in particular product sets. So multiple opportunities available within the market. Down the left-hand side as you're looking at it are what we call industry service providers. So these are businesses like lawyers that support the industry, compliance operations, learning and development operations, technology operations, finance operations, a whole range of other service providers to the industry that we work with and again present opportunities for yourselves to move into the insurance market. So as an overview, a whole range of areas that you can move into. You can diversify, you can move around, you can move up, down, sideways. There is a bucket load of opportunities for you to move into this really exciting industry. Just from a labour market point of view, just again highlighting, I guess, the demand for graduates in this particular industry. And it is really high at the moment. What we see in the market at the moment in insurance is what we call a really candidate short market. So in this graph, what it shows, or in this table, what it shows is the candidate supply is really low across all main role types within the insurance sector. So what that means is that a lot of businesses now are looking at different talent pools and different ways to recruit and find talent to move into these sorts of roles. And one of those ways is through graduate recruitment. And what we're seeing now in the market is a huge increase in graduate recruitment in the insurance industry and a real appetite for people to be hiring young graduate talent to move into roles. So I think, again, it promotes that there is a huge opportunity for you as graduates in the insurance industry. So as I said before, there's the basics of insurance and what you insure. So insuring homes, insuring cars, insuring businesses, all pretty well known. But this is just a few examples of some of the not so common aspects of insurance and what insurance can cover. Effectively, insurance can cover anything that has a potential to see an economic loss. And we're seeing a number of things over the last few years that have started to emerge as other insurance type products. So things like covering certain types of events as a result of cancellations from COVID. That's becoming more prominent in the market at the moment. But over the years, we've seen some extraordinary types of insurances in place. The one up there at the top, David Beckham, back in 2006, insured his legs for about $140 million. Mariah Carey insuring her voice and her legs for about $35 million each. Merv Hughes, who was an Australian cricketer, insured his actually mustache for $317,000. And Fernando Alfonso insured his thumbs that were pretty important to him in terms of motorcar racing for $11.7 million. So some things that aren't so common, some things you may not have known that were insurable, and some things that have been insured over the years. So a little bit different. Here's a view of the program partners we have in place, and there are a range of local, state-based businesses, but also some national, really large businesses that we work with that provide opportunities across the country for graduates to move into their businesses. As I said, we're adding to this list every week, and I would hope to see that list around about 40 or 50 over the next few years. And again, just presenting more opportunities for yourselves to move into this industry. a whole range of different opportunities in the different streams that are available within the insurance market. So whether that be through insurance broking, insurance underwriting, claims, a whole range of roles in the legal area of insurance, business development, customer service, accounting and payroll, and various administration type roles as a starting point for your career development. At a really high level, and what I will do is we'll provide this presentation to you all after, and there's a whole range of other information within this presentation that will help you get a better understanding about the insurance opportunities and what they are for graduates, a little bit more around the process and the application process that you'll need to go through. But I wanted to give you a highlight of, I guess, that career progression opportunity and what that career path looks like in insurance from an entry-level role all the way through to senior management, and across the various disciplines that are available within the insurance market, from underwriting, sales and distribution, claims, technical service roles, and operations. So there is a clear career pathway, regardless of the stream you move into, that present great opportunities over the mid to long term for you as a graduate. And obviously, as you move up the chain, not only does it increase your complexity and challenge of the role, but clearly your remuneration opportunities are significantly different as you roll up the chain. But again, trying to highlight there is an enormous amount of opportunity within this particular industry. What I wanted to quickly do was share some information from two of our graduates that were placed into the program over the last 4 years. One of these, the first one being Declan, he was our first graduate we placed out of our particular program into a role. And he just wants to share a little bit of insight as to what he found as part of his graduate program.
Good afternoon. My name is Declan Gaffney, and I was a member of Fuse's Insurance Graduate Program in 2018. Through the program, and with the help of the team at Fuse, I was able to analyse my strengths and my weaknesses and identify my career ambitions. Through this process, I determined that I wanted to pursue a career in insurance broking. I was fortunate enough to get a position at my current employer, Edgewise Insurance Brokers, as a graduate broker. Whilst having no knowledge of the insurance industry prior to beginning my graduate program, I quickly learnt and developed my skills as a broker. During this time, Fuse kept in contact with me and organised social events with the other Fuse graduates. These social events have helped develop professional connections as well as friendships that will no doubt endure the length of my career in insurance. I have since been promoted to an account executive role. After completing my graduate position, I was fortunate enough to be offered a position as an account broker within Edgewise's corporate broking team. I have a career goal of becoming an account manager at Edgewise within the next couple of years. My day-to-day roles as an account executive include servicing of existing clients, placement of new business, and claims management. During my time at Edgewise, I have been able to take advantage of many career developing opportunities. One such example is the diploma that I am currently completing. I have found this role to be exceptionally rewarding. Despite being challenging and often demanding, delivering favourable outcomes to clients makes it all worthwhile. Working in insurance has allowed me to meet so many fantastic people, whether they be in broking, underwriting, claims, or one of the many industries that have a connection to the insurance industry. As part of the Fuse graduate program, you will have the opportunity to begin a career in broking, like myself, underwriting, or claims handling. With the help of the team at Fuse, you can rest assured that you will make the right decision. Whichever career path you choose, I am sure that you will get just as much enjoyment, fulfillment, and reward as I have. I wish you all the best. Thank you, Declan.
Just in the interest of time, there is another one there, but again, as I said, I'll send out this information to everyone so you can have a look at our second graduate that provided some video input for us as well. But again, we're really proud of Declan and where he's progressed to as our first graduate out of the program. He's been promoted a number of times now and really established himself as a great broker in the market. As I said, there's a range of various information on this particular document that will help you apply for opportunities in our Future Insure Graduate Program, but certainly time now moving up to sort of 20 minutes. I'm keen to take any questions that we might that you might have, and hopefully I can answer for you.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Cameron. I think there are a couple of questions there in terms of like companies that you represent and work with, but you said able to answer that, which is great through the presentation, and also what career progression look like in insurance. So unless you want to add anything to any of those questions.
Look, I think I've answered those in the presentation. Again, there'll be more information there, but the career progression opportunities are enormous in the market. And again, I think there's another presentation in a couple of sessions ahead that are another insurance business that will hopefully share some further insight on that. But it's amazing the people I've worked with over my career in insurance as well, and where they've got to and the progression they've made. And I had the opportunity to manage a large number of graduates when I was working for an insurance company called CGU Insurance, and you sort of look back with a real, I look back really proudly around where they've progressed to in their own careers. So the opportunities are there. It's an amazing industry that's really relationship focused, people focused, very social. So I would highly recommend anyone moving into this particular industry, because it's one that will create huge opportunities and a great amount of enjoyment for you over a long term.
Awesome. Thanks, Cameron. Thanks for coming on.
No
if anyone wants to apply for Future Recruitment, any of the companies they work with, feel free. There's a link in the chat as well that they'll be able to jump in on. And
Thanks.
for the next expression of interest. So thanks, Cameron.
No worries. Good luck, everyone.